all the jewelry that I'm wearing in today's video, as well as most of my videos, is from Ana Luisa, and they are kindly sponsoring today's video. So I have been a long-time fan of Ana Luisa for years now. I love them because their pieces are super durable. They last years and years and years. They're dainty, they're delicate, they're everyday gorgeous pieces that totally fit my style. They're also affordable, and my number one favorite thing about Ana Luisa is how I can wear them all day, every day, and I don't have to take them off. For example, this ring right here, my boyfriend got for me in December, and so I've had it for about 6 months, and it still looks just as good as the day I got it. I'll wear it in the pool, I'll wear it in the shower, I'll wash my hands, and it still looks brand new. Same with my earrings that I never take out. I just shower with them. This H1 I've had since December. This heart one is a bit newer, but you can tell that both earrings look the exact same quality. You cannot tell that I've had one for 2 months and one for 6 months. They look just as good as the day that I first got them. I like to switch up my look every day, so I do like swap out pieces, but I love knowing that I can just go about my day, get in the shower, do whatever I need to do, and that my jewelry will last. So if you're looking for some new jewelry for you or a loved one, highly recommend checking out Ana Luisa. I will put the link in the description box below. I love them. I mean, I always try to promote things that I genuinely enjoy, but I mean it when I say that I would happily spend my own money on Ana Luisa, even if they weren't working with me. So honored to be working with them again. Make sure to check them out in the description box. And without further ado, let's talk about some romance books, shall we? I'm gonna start with the one book on this list that I don't physically own. I read it on my Kindle. It is on Kindle Unlimited. It is Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. Now, this is a fake dating, new adult, like college romance. So it follows our two main characters who are both attending the same university, and they end up kind of having to collaborate and work together on a project, and it's kind of like an annoyance to lovers. You know, they definitely don't get off on the best foot at first, but there is fake dating, there's banter. Our main female character runs her own like dating advice radio show for the school, and so they decide to like fake date for the radio show, and it's really, really good. It's really fun. I love Bolu Babalola's humor and her wit that she like enveloped in this story. I just had a great time reading it. The characters are hilarious, and they get up to so many fun things in this book. There wasn't a dull moment. So if you're looking for a fun college, like fake dating romance, check it out. Also, I mean, you gotta love a good black love romance. So yes, highly recommend this book. I feel like it is underrated. I don't see that many people talking about it, but if you like fake dating, check it out. I think I gave it like a 4.5 stars. So. Next is a recent 5-star read of mine. Oh, I love this book. In my previous romance recommendation videos, I have talked about this author before. She is one of my favorite romance authors. It is Elsie Silver. This is her newest release, Wild Love. Now, this follows Rosie and Ford. Rosie is moving back to Rosehill, the town that she grew up in, because she's having some issues at work. And Ford Rose Hill, and he hires Rosie to help him. Now, I loved this book, if you can't tell by all of my dabbing. It was so good. I struggle to find and enjoy billionaire romances, but Elsie Silver did such a good job at making Ford like the best sort of billionaire that you could be, you know, like he has empathy, and what he does with his money, it's hot. It is hot. It's good, okay? The spice in this book was so good. I love it. Elsie Silver she knows what she's doing. I will say that I would not recommend this book as like a first Elsie Silver book. If you've not read anything by this author, I definitely recommend starting with something in her backlist. But if you are a fan of the Chestnut Springs book, if you've read from Elsie before and you haven't picked this up yet, get on it, okay? Get to it. You will not regret it. It is so good. Next, in the same vein, if you like small town romances, this next romance is also a small town, but it's more of like a small town mystery romance. There's a little bit of like a thriller vibe mixed in with this one. So this is Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. Now, I was late to the party with this, okay? If you're on BookTube, you've probably heard of this if you like romance. This was published, I think, in like 2016, so it's been out for a few years, and it's beloved, but I just read it for the first time a few months ago, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars. So this book follows, what is her name? If you can tell, I have a really bad time remembering characters' names. I want to say it's like Bree or something. I think it's Bree. And Bree moves, like she's running from stuff in her past, and so she moves to this small town where she meets a guy named Archer. And Archer is like mute, he doesn't really speak, and she is kind of curious as to why, but when she asks some of the other people that she's met in town, they kind of just tell her like, oh, he's just like a weirdo, kind of just stay away from him, he went through some stuff a few years ago, blah blah blah. But her and Archer keep running into each other, and they connect on a few different things, and they bond, and it goes from there. But there's sort of this like underlying mystery from Archer's past that's like at play in the town. So not only are you getting this really sweet and gorgeous like strangers to friends to lovers story, but you're also getting like this mystery unraveling as you read, and it had me on the edge of my seat. I will say it was super cute, and I loved the setting, but there was a lot going on in this plot. Like I was shocked. There are a few plot twists. So yeah, if you haven't read this, I definitely recommend it if you liked like the small town, but you want a little more stakes for your romance. There is like a spin-off book about a side character that I haven't read, but this first book is great, and it's really cute. Archer is so they decide to date just for the summer and then break up and hopefully break the curse. But there's also this really, really interesting dynamic in the side plot about their families. Emma, as a compulsive, lying, sort of unhinged mother, that kind of just floats in and out of her life, and she's trying to deal with that. And then Justin's mom is going to prison, so he is having to like take custody of his younger siblings. And I really liked that you get this fun, cute summer romance, but there's these obstacles that they have to kind of work around and deal with, and I really liked that. I'm a big character-driven romance reader. If I can connect and empathize with the characters, I will likely enjoy the book. And I felt like Emma and Justin were really, really well fleshed out and interesting characters. I really enjoyed this one, and it was a great introduction to her work. We also read this for my ASMR Patreon book club this month. I do have a book club. We read a new romance book every month, and I do like a whole like reading vlog or review ASMR style on my Patreon. So if you want to have friends to read romance books with, join the Patreon, join the book club bestie tier. Just a quick promo. Okay, moving on to the next two books. They are a duology, and I think you need to read both of them. Like, I recommend reading both, so I'm gonna count it as like one book. For my dark romance besties, if you like dark, more gritty, serial killer style romances, I got the rec for you. It is the Sinners and Saints Duet by Sophie Lark. So the first book is There Are No Saints, and the second book is There Is No Devil. Now, as I mentioned, this is a dark romance duology, but altogether it's not that long. You know, it is 2 books, but they're both like right under 300 pages. So I flew through both of these in like a week, and they were fun. I struggle, again, as like a character-based reader, to find dark romances that I enjoy, let alone serial killer romances that I enjoy, because I feel like a lot of the times you look over like the logic and the understanding, and you're just there for the vibes, which I respect, but I'm a hating ass bitch, and I love to like nitpick. And so normally I don't have a lot of success with like serial killer romances, but this duet I really enjoyed. I gave both books a 4-star. It follows Cole and Mara. They're both artists in New York City, or sorry, in San Francisco, I think, in San Francisco. And there's a difference though, because Cole is kind of like a nepo baby. He was like born into the art world. He has a lot of money. He's very successful. And Mara is a struggling artist. She has no money. She's broke, and she's trying to make ends meet, okay? And one night they meet at an art gallery, and Cole kind of becomes obsessed with Mara, but he's a serial killer by night, and he actually has like a rival serial killer. I don't want to get like too much into the plot because I don't want to spoil anything, but what I really enjoyed about this duet is the way that Sophie Lark characterized Cole and Mara, and how there isn't just like spice and drama and romance, but actual character development and growth, and you get to see how like Cole struggles with their financial differences, and Mara struggles with like she's not a violent person, she doesn't want to hurt anyone, and we actually get into why Cole is a psychopath, and he handles that aspect of like falling in love as a psychopath. It's finished it in a day. It was so quick. I read it on my Kindle, but it is about Vincent and Kendall. Now, they go to school together. I don't remember if it's high school or like early college, but either way, Kendall works at the library. She's huge into like reading, poetry, writing, and Vincent, I literally forgot his name despite just reading it 2 seconds ago. Vincent is a basketball player at the school, and one day Vincent comes into the library and he's like, hey, I'm doing an assignment on poetry for my English class. I need some help. Can you help me find this book or whatever? One thing leads to another, and they end up having like this steamy ass makeout sesh in the library. Vincent decides that he just can't get enough of Miss Kendall, and it goes from there. It's really, really cute. It was originally on Wattpad, so it is like a Wattpad book, but do not let that deter you, okay? This is Wattpad excellence. It was so fun, so cute. Something that I would have just like gobbled up and ate up if I was a teenager. And yeah, it was fun. I think there was like a bit of spice, you know, but nothing wild. This is probably the most just like sweet and fluffy on the list. But yeah, I highly recommend. It was super cute. Those are some more romance books that I loved that I think you should check out. So let me know which one of these you want to pick up, which one you're looking forward to reading, or if you made it to the end of this video, comment a pink emoji. I feel like a lot of the covers were pink, so why not? Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely want to do more videos like this, but with different genres, so let me know what you want to see